I didn't know what was happening. I started to feel every organ in my body all at once, especially my heart. I thought it was about to burst. So at this point, I thought I was going to die. Did I forget to mention I wasn't wearing any pants? Hey, it's just Kevin. So a few weeks ago, I went on a trip to East Tennessee where I was born. With my friends and family, we explored all that the Volunteer State had to offer. All in all, it was a pretty fun and relaxing experience, filled to the brim with good vibes and wholesomeness. Except for a few unprecedented moments that may have scarred me for life, but we'll get to those in a bit. 'Twas the middle of November. My friends and family decided it was time for a little getaway. Since it was close to Christmas time, we decided to head into the mountains in the heart of Dixie to get in on some wintry vibes. We journeyed to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, located at the edge of the Smoky Mountains, and got ourselves a nice big cabin. In Gatlinburg, we spent a good chunk of our time getting damn near drunk off of numerous free wine samples from the numerous wineries. Do you intend on buying a bottle? I don't know, maybe when I come back around. Can I try the red sangria? My personal favorite was this place that sold cotton candy flavored wine. That particular wine just leaves a good, innocent sense of sweetness inside you. Like you're a kid again. Also, when you purchase a bottle, you receive a coupon for 15% off any item at the adult gift store upstairs. Great collaboration, I gotta say. And it had everything you'd expect from such a niche establishment. DVDs, toys, things that looked originally intended for horses, and sippy straws in the shape of Dick's Last Resort, Mellow Mushroom. Many chain restaurants dotted the main street of Gatlinburg, along with local joints, gift shops, and a lot of Ripley's attractions, the highlight being Ripley's Aquarium, which we went to. I got to see jellyfish, sharks, and this creepy-ass elf. It was a magical experience. I even got to pet a manta ray. It swam by and gave me a fist bump. Yeah! It felt gooey. It was weird. I don't want to do it again. Where's the hand sanitizer? The next day, we went to the neighboring city of Pigeon Forge. Pigeon Forge is basically go-karts, more go-karts, some derelict rides, and, go-karts. Did I forget to mention we're in the South? Come to think of it, I don't think I've left the South in my entire life. Basically, I've never been past this line right here. Although, come to think of it, I don't think you'd consider California part of the South. No, not really. And Alaska and Hawaii aren't really south of Texas, although they could be. I've never actually been there, so, maybe it's the other maps that get it wrong. You can never be too skeptical nowadays. Now, there was one ride we went on that will remain in my memory for quite some time. Simply the greatest dark ride in the world, bar none. The Jurassic Jungle boat ride. The level of immersion in this place is truly awe-inspiring. As soon as those doors opened, it was like you were being transported back into prehistoric times.
Listen, what is that, Star Wars? Is that the Star Wars beats?
The dinosaurs themselves looked straight out of Jurassic Park. Actually, Spielberg got nothing on this place.
Uh-oh, look at that.
The whole experience was terrifying, beautiful, and exciting.
Look at that.
An experience that literally had us out of our seats.
Well, that's interesting.
Y'all would never survive in the wild. Oh my god.
And now we get to the part where I'm pretty sure 99.9% of y'all just skipped to. I had some pretty interesting adventures up until this point, but it. Let's talk about drugs. It was our last day, and we decided to walk around Gatlinburg one last time. My best friend Alex and I, hey, I'm Alex, decided to stop at a CBD shop because we figured, hey, let's get some stuff to help us relax on our last day here. So after browsing through the merchandise, Alex decided to buy some THCO gummies. Now, I wasn't exactly educated in the world of cannabis or whatever you'd call it, and Alex just assumed, hey, THCO, CBD, they're practically the same thing. I guess. I mean, they're legal, so they shouldn't be that strong, right? Later that night, Alex, my other friend Colton, idly ho, I'm Colton, and I tried a gummy. And you know what? They were damn good tasting gummies. This tastes great. It sure would be a shame if something were to happen to me in the next 20 minutes to undermine this. Anyways, 20 minutes passed and we decided to play a game of Magic the Gathering. We'd been playing that every night since we got there and I was determined to finally win a match. I f***ing suck. Well, before we started, I began to notice an acute pain coming from my stomach. I hadn't eaten anything in a while and was wondering what was causing it. Well, over the next couple of minutes, this pain began to expand throughout the rest of my body, and I began to feel nauseous. Suddenly, I felt the urge to throw my f***ing guts up. I ran upstairs to the master bathroom. Everything began to sound very echoey, and life itself seemed to move at a lower frame rate. I got to the toilet and threw up once, twice, 3 times, maybe 4 times. I didn't know what was happening. I started to feel every organ in my body all at once, especially my heart. It was beating extremely fast. I thought it was about to burst. I started to bath and ripped off all my clothes. I dipped my head into ice-cold running water, but that just made things worse. I could feel each individual water droplet running down my face. So at this point, I thought I was going to die. I recall everyone in the cabin running upstairs to check on me. I remember my sister entering the room. I told her the situation and she told me, "Listen, everything's going to be fine." I began to be very suspicious because things definitely weren't fine from my perspective. I had her feel my pulse. She said, "This is perfectly normal." "The hell it is! I'm dying and you're not taking this seriously." I started to get very paranoid. I wondered if they knew I was going through something fatal and just tried to calm me down while they waited for an ambulance. Colton came into the room next, and by the way, did I forget to mention I wasn't wearing any pants? Yeah, my stuff was just hanging out in front of my friends. Anyways, Colton referred to me as a fellow space cadet. "How are you faring, fellow space cadet?" I wondered what the hell he meant by that. And that's when he told me to put some pants on. "I love you, bro, but you gotta put some pants on." Oh, and that I was high as a f***ing kite. "It's all good, bro. Just pop on your favorite jam and I'll leave you be." He left me alone in the room and I flipped through Spotify and I put on some Incubus. And let me tell you, they slap different when you're high. I then did this kind of dance. Alex came into the room at some point. "Are you okay, man? Oh, there's your ball sack. I'm never going to unsee that, I'm sorry." And it's important to remember that both he and Colton were also very high. It's interesting because we were all on different ends of the high spectrum. Colton was the good high. He was banging on his guitar having a merry old time. Alex was an indifferent kind of high. I've had worse, but I'm still pretty up though. And as you could guess, I was on the holy the Grim Reaper's knocking on my door end of the spectrum. And I gotta say, Alex was the MVP of that night. Despite the fact that he too was very much not sober, he managed to pull it all together to help his best friend out in one of the most absurd, strange, and scary parts of his life. And if you're watching this, I am forever grateful. And I'm sorry you had to see my ball sack. So he looked up exactly what THCO was. As it turns out, THCO wasn't in fact CBD, big shock, but rather a form of THC, hence the name. The dosage we took was essentially 5 times more potent than D8 and 3 times more potent than D9. For those of you not versed in weedology, I guess I don't know what you'd call it, basically we ate the equivalent of smoking 3 whole blunts. Since I had never been high before, nor was expecting to be high, that probably explains why I was having such a bad trip. After what felt like an hour but was really only 10 minutes, I decided it was time to venture forth out of the bedroom. I tried to go down the stairs first to, quote, test my dexterity and motor functions. My friends tried to hold me back, not because they didn't trust me to make it down the stairs safely in the state I was in, but because I had once again failed to put on pants. At some point in the night, I did manage to make it down the stairs. Everyone was just chilling out, it seemed. No sense of urgency, no ambulance. It seemed okay. I skipped around the fireplace and told myself I was in an alternate form of reality. I can't remember if I had my pants on at that point. Let's say I did. I don't remember what happened the rest of the night. I know I had a crazy amount of vertigo and still felt very panicky. I woke up the next morning to the loud sound of my mother saying,
"Everybody get your asses up now or we're gonna be charged."
I was like Octodad getting out of bed. I was barely sober and still very dizzy. For the entire return trip home, I pondered my reality. Was anything real? Did I truly die that night and was living in an alternate form of reality? Believe it or not, the shenanigans weren't over. We got into a car accident about halfway home that resulted in our vehicle being totaled and had to take a plane the rest of the way. I could go into detail about that misadventure, but quite frankly, enough shit has happened to me and I'm tired. All I can say is, I got high one more time. Moral of the story, do your research before you try something, and also make it your best effort to put some pants on. I'm not wearing any right now. I don't know what my next video is going to be about, but you can find it somewhere around here. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell if you like what I do. And yeah, you do all the 3 of those things, and you will succeed in life. Yeah, I promise.